if anything, to start, I can clear some of this right now so that we can just pull up in here and back up. As time goes on, I can, once I get the chainsaw back, I can start cutting trails and stuff. It's gonna make it a lot better. But I can pull a few of these down right now. I might move the bike out of the way just to make sure I don't run, drop something on it. Let's see. I guess I'll just use this until I can't. This will need to be chopped into little pieces too, which is something I need to do because I need to grab some firewood, because I'm going to be going on a little trip maybe next weekend, and it should be fun, and I will tell you about it if I do it, when I do it. Definitely be nice to have the chainsaw right now, but I'll work through this anyways. It may not be a lot of progress, but it will be progress nonetheless. And I'll turn the camera off, kind of get some of this stuff cleared, come back, show you what I've done, and we'll move on from there. Got that much cleared where you can pull up in there and turn around. I went through 2.5 batteries on my rigids on that little reciprocating saw. So I definitely need my chainsaw. But anyway, we're going to take stuff back up there. I'm going to haul what I've cut up for firewood, and I got a bunch here that's covered that I'm going to take up and use that for my pending camping trip. There we go. Well, that ought to be enough for one night. All right, it is time to get out of here and go do some fun stuff. Alright, we called Mama, got that taken care of, so now we just need to decide which way we want to go. Let's go back down. I should probably make it a fairly quick ride because I don't think she's feeling too well, so I should get back. She didn't ask me to, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't. So we'll do kind of a quick ride, little bit of commentary, testing out this computer video setup that I got going here. Look at some of the scenery, and then move on. Now I'm hoping to be able to do a little camping trip down in Alabama next weekend. We had one of them kind of mud park things, and we'll see how that turns out, how the finances work out to make that trip. It's kind of funny, you give it a little gas and it slows her down. Fairly steep going down on this rocky gravel here. You can slide around real easy if you're not careful. It'd be nice if I could find some trails that I knew were not private. You know, I've seen people come this way quite a bit on the ATVs and SUV, or what are they called, UTVs, side by sides, and they go down this way and they don't come back for hours. So I don't know where they're going or what they're doing. Near my place, that's actually quite a ride along here until I could find the marks for my property line where the corner's at. I think it's right in here somewhere, but it's so hard to see. And year after year it fades. It's like a piece of paint on a tree, but there's also a little flag poked into the ground there. It might be a little further down. 30 acres is a lot bigger than you would think. Sometimes it's easy to see and sometimes it's not. That's the problem. And I don't remember where it's at. Yeah, I may have gone past it. Yeah, I think I've gone past where it is. I don't think I'm that close to this barn where it's at. The only thing that might concern me coming along here is people's dogs want to come out and chase you. I haven't had one do it yet, but around here they usually don't tie them up. I think this guy here has got a couple. See, there's one laying there in the yard. But I've seen him. He's uninterested. He doesn't care. I think it was this one where I've seen him. He's got those little round trampoline things. They're just big enough to kind of jump up and down in. You know, about a foot off the ground. He's got those out there, and dogs just lay on those, which I guess is ingenious, or what made him think of that to put those out there for dog beds. I don't know. But they haven't chased me yet. But I have never followed this road here to see where it goes, you know, all the way. I'd like to have mirrors so I could see if someone's coming up behind me or not. I have come up here to where there's like a fork. It's actually a T, and I assume that T off to the left goes down to the paved road, which I'm sure it does. But where it goes on after that, I don't know. I haven't followed it all the way. I might someday. See this? You can look at this road. It's hardly traveled. Growing up out off the ditch and stuff. They don't even come down here hardly and mow it. The county, I've seen them out here since all the years that I've had this property. I've seen them out here once you know, regrading and laying down new gravel. But it's mostly just little country folk going back and forth, usually just driving back in here so they can drink their beer without getting pulled over. I have never seen a game warden, a county sheriff, a state officer, and obviously no city police, but I haven't seen any of those guys out here. I got plans, obviously, for the land there. Got to get some more side wrap, house wrap, and then some siding so I can finish that off on the bottom half at least, and get the doors and windows into it, and just kind of secure it up. Then you know, work up from the top of that. But I also got plans, you know, within a year and a half, maybe 2 years down the road, add a side-by-side to my collection here, and I'm hoping to do more of those you know, mud parks and just stuff like that. Go camping there, take Mrs. Subtac with me, and the daughter might go. If I got that side-by-side, me and Mrs. Subtac can ride in that, and the daughter can ride this. We can just fiddle around the park. I want to get one of those high lifter Polaris high lifter razor deals, and play in the mud. Here's a little bit of a steep incline. The trick to these is, while you're going up, don't let off the gas, because your kind of instinct is to, because as soon as you let off the gas, like, it just wants to stop, and then it'll want to roll back, and you'll be like, oh no, I need to give it gas to go, and you can bring that front end up and then be in all kinds of trouble. See, there's that T. I'm sure it goes down to a paved road. I do not know where this goes, so you are with me for the first time on this new adventure, seeing where this goes. Now, around this area somewhere, there's actually a group called the North Alabama Trail Riders or something like that. But they actually have a big plot of ground up here in Tennessee that they lease to do trail riding on. And you can become a member, and $60 a year you can get the combination to the gates and go in and ride, camp out there. I've thought about joining them, so I imagine that's why I see a lot of ATVs and side-by-sides coming up and down this road, but I don't know that it's really this close. But the people that live around here probably belong to it, and then they'll come out here and ride too. Lots of good hunting. I've come through here before, or not here, but back behind me on where I've already been. During hunting season, I'll see guys off the side of the road. You know, pickup truck, got a couple deer in the back. I've seen them run up across the road right there on my property. I caught them on my cameras. I didn't check my trail cams today yet. I probably won't. I'll probably save that till tomorrow. A lot of posted. People don't want you going on their property, and I don't blame them. Posted there, posted private property. I don't blame them, man. I've had people on my property, and it's kind of vile. Kind of feel violated. Right now we're just showing RPMs. I'm going to show miles per hour. I just have to look at the physical gauge. It doesn't do it on the readout. I just wondered if it did it in the readout too. So this winds back around. I wonder if this just winds back around all that property that's behind me. It comes back around the way we were at one point. Looks like somebody's been out here digging stuff up for some reason. I wonder if they go down in there and play on their ATVs. I suppose that's a possibility. Looks like there's a bunch of tracks in there, people out there. Oh yeah, it's probably posted. It's probably private. We might just it could just be tractors down here pulling gravel out too. It does look like, you look around and you see trails. It looks like people out here burning out and stuff. Well, I think perhaps I should probably head on back and go make sure that Mrs. Subtac is okay. I get worried about her sometimes when she's not feeling well. I don't know why. I guess just because I love her. You don't like it when someone doesn't feel good. Especially when you realize remember how you feel when you're sick. Then you got some sympathy for other people's, especially those that you love. Kick it up here just a little bit. I don't want to get too squirrely. It happens easy. I do long for a field, or kind of pre-made trails, just because they're made for basically riding these on. This rides here just fine, but it's still kind of it's still made for cars, so you never know what might come up behind you or come around a corner stupid. You got a nice kind of solid field that's these tires can really grip. You can kind of pick up the speed a little bit, feel a little safer. I don't necessarily feel unsafe, but you know what I mean. Now I've been kind of hunting for something like this I really wanted to get the side-by-side first and just take that to the mud parks and stuff like that and have a blast. But I mean, you got to be careful with your money at the same time. So I started looking just for purposes of something like this. Now Mrs. Subtac, this scares her. She doesn't want to get on it, and I'm not going to try to make her get on it. But she's fine with me having it and riding it. So I thought, okay, she still likes to go camping and stuff, so we can take this to those places and do the camping, and I can go ride around and have fun with it. And then when we get side by side, she'll ride with me, and she'll even have more fun. But this next weekend, she won't be going with me. I'm basically going really just to scout it out and see how it is for camping and stuff like that. And then I'd like to head on down to like the Louisiana Mud Fests when they have those events. They got them in Florida, the Redneck's Yacht Club, and stuff like that. And just go there and video stuff, ride around. With this, I of course wouldn't be trying to go in those mud holes. This one isn't set up for that. And I know even the ones that are set up for it really just seems to me to be kind of destructive, if you know what I mean. You know, $13,000–$14,000 into a new Sportsman high lifter, and you take it out and sink it in the water in the mud. It just, I mean, I know that's kind of the idea. There's what they're supposed to be set up for, but I don't know. I guess I've always had to really appreciate things I get because I got to work for them. They're not just handed to me, and if they break, it's not like I can just replace them. So I always appreciate the stuff that I have and try to take care of it. Yeah, not many trails along this way to jump off on. Private land, private property. People don't want you going off and screwing around. So that's why I want to try to kind of make my own in that piece of land that I got there. The only drawback is there's not a lot of flat parts to it, so it'll be kind of windy around on the hillsides trying to get, you know, flat stuff to ride on. You wonder how long that's been sitting there. You can see it's ready to tilt over, like if one little gust of wind could knock it over. Probably was a house in here at one point, or maybe across. There's an outhouse. So maybe the house was probably on this side. They did have power to it at one time. There might still be power going through there just as it goes on up. I don't see lines above, so there's probably underground. I don't know. If that was actually working, you'd think a power company would come out here and make it, fix it. Looks like there might be some fun riding up in that area if you could go up. Armadillo dead on the road. We are getting close to home now. Let's see if I can see my mark up here. You got to really be paying attention because it's going to be further back. Yeah, I've already gone past it, I'm sure. I'm sure I've already went past it. Nope, no I hadn't. Didn't. Whoa, let's see how. All right, there's my mark. I ain't gonna point it out, but if you look close, you probably can see it. Well, so there's probably a lot of nice kind of flattish, not super flat, but flattish up in that area to ride around on. There's Maximus waiting for his turn. I'd like to be able to figure out a way to ride up in that way, but that's going to take some working on that. Yeah, did a little bit of sliding around there. see. Let's I guess we'll park it and start putting stuff back together. I gotta hook the trailer to the truck again though. Yep, we're done. Okay, we're gonna shut this off and hook the trailer up.